Good afternoon. Welcome to Gush Etzion. We're here in a little, it's not really a park, it's not really a garden, but it's a wild space outside Gush Etzion, outside Almond actually. And you can see this amazing display of almond trees everywhere we look. And the almond trees are just popping right now. The warm weather has been really helping out with that. And I thought there's some interesting ideas that we could relate to and understand something very deep in Kabbalah, because it's the time of the pricha, the flowering of nature, the flowering of the year, when God starts to reveal his power to creation again. There's a dormancy in the winter, the time when things seem to be asleep, and then there's suddenly this awakening. And you see it in the trees, you see it in the almond trees, especially because they're called shaked, because they're first on the scene, first to blossom. And the blossoms are rooted in this concept called the rafach nitzotzot, the 288 sparks that fell in the beginning of creation. And those sparks, we're going to talk about those, but rafach, of course, is the same letters as perach, flower. So the beginning of creation, you could think of it like a flower, but on a massive cosmic level. And those 288 sparks are in everything. And our job as human beings is to connect to the life force in everything and elevate it, as it says in the first Torah of Likutei Moharan. So the Rafach Nitzotzot, the 288 sparks, what are they to us? Like, how do we experience them? And I like to think of them as little capsules of life force. That each spark is giving the desire and the will for a thing to grow, to be, the desire to live, to exist. And so there's an interesting Gemara that says, I think in the name of Rabbi Akiva, that in his day there was not a tree on the hills of Israel that the people did not worship. Now, as Jews, we understand we don't worship trees. But when you see trees like this all around, brilliant, white, glowing, pink, you see, there is a certain awe that is induced in us. And this awe, it actually can lead to this urge to mitbatel, to cancel ourselves out for this moment of beauty, to be so enveloped in the moment of beauty that we could actually start to form this relationship to the thing of beauty, like even a tree. And you could feel the urge to worship the tree. What a beautiful tree. And yet, we all know that, well, trees are not gods. And yet, there's a deeper level, a much deeper level, that the Shara Gilgulim says that every single blade of grass, it says in the Gemara, but he explains, Rabbi Chaim Vital explains that everything has an angel. Every river, every ocean, every mountain, every tree, every blade of grass has an angel. So if it's that complete mukhlat, as they say in Hebrew, the complete envelopment of earth is filled with these, quote, angels, well, we don't see them. We don't see the life force flowing through this almond tree. We see the beauty of the almond tree, but the life force itself is invisible to the human eye. But it is a real power. Now, if you're walking down the street 2,000 years ago, and you suddenly come upon this amazing flowering tree, and you have this urge to honor, to worship the tree, to be enveloped, and suddenly an angel appears by the tree, you see the angel of that particular tree, you're going to hit the deck. when God revealed himself to Moses several times in the Torah, we see that Moses and Aaron, his brother, they immediately did hishtachavaya on the ground. They spread eagle on the ground in the awesome moment of the revelation. See, it's that awesome moment of the revelation of the phenomenon that causes us to bow down. So anytime you have a revelation, it's a moment of awe. And that revelation of awe of the angel of a tree could cause you to worship it. And that might just explain why Rabbi Akiva said that there was no tree that the people didn't serve, because the people were on a level of revelation that they could see the spiritual entities and beings that were connected to nature. We're so far from nature, we forgot that it even exists. If we didn't learn the Talmud and learn the Kabbalah, we wouldn't even know or understand that these forces are alive in creation. So here we are in this garden-like place. Erev Shabbat is coming on as we speak. The sun is slowly sinking. And we're returning to something. We're returning to the original experience of a garden, of an angel, of a God, of a life force. And those 288 sparks that are enclosed in the material world, their main goal is to just keep living, to keep expressing life. And our desire for life comes from there. So when people say, oh, I don't believe in the soul, I laugh, because it's not like they exactly have studied or know what they're talking about. They say they don't believe in the soul. What they don't believe in is that the soul has any continuity after the body, that it has any integrity of life force after we leave this body after 120 or so. So not to believe in the soul is not to believe in yourself. But we have been given this gift. We live this gift. And the gift is life itself. And the Jewish people, well, that's a big part of our mission, is to impress upon the world the importance, the value of life. Because when people don't value life, they're capable of doing anything. And many, people will tell you that they value life, but what they value is their life, because they enjoy living. But when it comes to other people's lives, when they're going 100 miles an hour down the highway and passing illegally, doing all kinds of crazy things, which happens everywhere, every day, they're not really valuing your life. And the Jewish people said, no, you value your life, you have to value other people's life as well. And so the life force is in everything. And whether this field is filled with angels, well, we believe it. We don't see it necessarily. They're not going to necessarily reveal themselves, because our vessels can't really handle that level of voltage. Too many watts coming out of this planet that we live on. So much power. And yet we're given the gift of a mind that can learn about it, and we can purify ourselves, and we can enter Shabbat, is the time of the real revelation. God spoke to Adam on Shabbat the first time. So I think we are grateful to be here, grateful that you're there, and have faith in your spark of God, and have faith in everybody else's as well. And you will see those perach, that flowering within a person. And there are times where you can't even look at a person because their light is so great. And we should feel that way about everyone, certainly about ourselves as well, as part of that divine system we live in. Shabbat Shalom. God bless you all. We'll see you on all the outlets this coming week. We continue our work. And, well, that's what we do. That's why we're here. God bless you all. Shabbat Shalom.